I think the Raiders got banged with a bad schedule about as much as any team in the NFL, and that going to Philly on Christmas night is yet another reason why. You got to
Well, what are the other reasons? The Mexico trip.
The Mexico trip is a huge one. You finish with 2 road games, including having to play Week 17 at the Chargers on a short week. That's annoying to me. I think having a road game Christmas night really stinks for your team.
So you say the Raiders, the Mexico City trip, losing a home game, playing on Christmas night.
3 of 4 to start on the road, and then you close with 2 road games. I mean, I think the entire AFC West essentially would be on my list of toughest schedules because they have to play each other and they got to play the NFC East, and that's challenging.
They have a Thursday night game, October 19th, and then they have to travel across the country and play against the Bills, I guess 10 days later, but that's not great either. What else? What else do we want to look at?
I have a cool game to play.
All right. Ooh, I like games.
Can everyone see Week 17? Week 17 has that TBD open slot for the late night NBC game at 8:30.
Let's get flexed out.
Let's look at these games in Week 17 and say which one do you predict gets moved in there. Wes, you love this game.
Good game. That's a great game, Mark.
Came up with it on the fly.
Jets at Pats.
So it will be one that has to involve
the AFC East.
Well, I think it would have to involve 2, or it would be one team it's a winner-in type situation.
So right. I'm going to go, they left that one extra spot. You noticed how the Raiders were in primetime 5 times? They can move a 6th. How about that Week 17 Raiders-Chargers? One or both of those teams I feel like will be playing to win that division. I expect that division to be close, entertaining all year. Raiders come home from their Christmas night game in Philly. They're back on TV deciding the division, Chargers-Raiders.
That's a good one.
NBC loves the loser goes home match.
Right.
That's what
they're hoping
ideally is what they want, where it basically amounts to a one-game playoff or a play-in to get into the playoffs.
I know mine.
What's yours, Mark?
Dallas Cowboys at Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Checks all the boxes.
Checks out.
I'll go Carolina, Atlanta for the NFC South title.
I like that. What was yours, Greg?
I went Chiefs Raiders. I mean Chargers Raiders. Sorry.
Because I'm on this hill about the Cowboys faltering and the rest of the NFC East will be tight. I'll say Redskins at Giants get flexed into Week 7.
See that?
There's also a Cardinals-Seahawks game.
Cowboys not even involved. Shots fired.
That's just the way I feel.
Well, sometimes it could be for a wild card, too, depending on how the divisions fall. Maybe they've run away with the division.
I don't think so, but we'll see. I just got a bad feeling about America's team. I don't know why I'm whispering. Anything else that we want to talk about here? I am curious about, let's see, the poor Falcons, who are probably still shell-shocked. How did the NFL treat them okay with their schedule? Looks all right. They got a Week 5 bye.
Open
at Chicago, then home to Green Bay, at Detroit, home to Bills. That's okay getting into your bye. 3 road games against Pats, Jets, and Panthers in the middle of the season. Not a terrible schedule, it looks like.
Don't love a Week 4 bye.
Well, I don't like that either. One of the
Week 5
stories we're on the hook to write. The one that I did was the hardest schedules, and Football Outsiders has the Dallas Cowboys, and this really helps prove your point, Dan, as the hardest schedule in the league, and has the rest of the NFC East all among the 7 hardest schedules in the league. Partly because they have to play each other. We mentioned that they have to play the NFC West out of division. And they have to go on the West Coast a couple of times. They have to play the NFC West, which, mixed, but it has Seattle, Arizona. You never really know who is going to be.
With all due respect to Football Outsiders, it's entirely useless.
The schedule.
In April, yes. It's entirely useless to say who's going to have the easiest and toughest schedule.
They did show there was something crazy that
Let's talk in
4
November.
straight years the easiest schedule had made the conference championship, which is great, which seems almost like a coincidence, or 3 out of 4 years.